Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to ShortSalePowerHour.com. I'm Kevin Kaufman, part of Group 4610, Arizona's premier short sale team. Fred is currently chugging a gallon of water, trying to see how quickly he can finish it. He's almost done, and here he comes. How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
You're looking a little waterlogged.
No, I'm feeling good.
You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did a lot of talking in that last episode while you were sleeping.
Yeah, well, I mean, you put me to sleep.
Yep.
Anyways, it's Freaky Friday here on ShortSalePowerHour.com, and we've got some freaky information to share with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna maybe tell a story, but from a much more general place.
Let's not be so specific.
I'm gonna leave details out, but you know, a lot of people ask us, do you have any contacts at this bank? Do you have any contacts for that investor? And again, I don't know how many times I need to say this, but we're gonna continue saying it because we need to get the word out. Google is your best friend. Google. Now, Jigsaw. I thought you were the .com guy.
.com.
.com is also another great resource, but it's amazing what you can find just on Google. Okay.
Let's try another one.
Now,
Let's try another one.
Short Sale Superstars.
.com.
Oh, there you go. See, look, we got this down now.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people say, how do I find contact? I mean, literally, how hard is it to type in IBM or LBPS, you know, short sale contacts or escalation help?
Oh, it's actually not hard at all. It doesn't even hurt your fingers.
Well, it depends on, you know, your keyboard's, like, you know, the stickiness of the keys and how hard you have to hit them.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. You and I did an event in Las Vegas a month ago. Brian Gubernick joined us there.
Yeah.
And the three of us did a little a talk, if you will, on short sales.
We did.
To a group of agents. And when we started talking about escalations, and Brian actually brought up the fact, well, just go to Kevin's Facebook page because, well, we find a lot of contact information on Facebook, right?
Yes.
I mean, maybe not so much contact information, but we find another way to communicate with people on Facebook because a lot of your bank employees are actually on Facebook. But today we had, before we filmed this episode, we had an interesting experience using a different social network.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want to talk about that experience, but I want to talk about what we learned from that.
Well, what we learned from that, and it's something you and I probably knew, but we haven't been taking advantage of as much as we could, and I think many agents out there aren't taking advantage of it, is that LinkedIn.com. You're catching on. You're a little slow on that one. LinkedIn.com is a great resource to use as well. It is literally, I just got called a jack right out of the corner of his mouth. It literally is a company, it's basically a global directory, if you will, okay? Meaning people get to sign up for an account, but it's used more in the business realm of things versus Facebook.
It's almost
or
like an online resume.
Like an online resume. And one might be surprised of contacts that you could find on LinkedIn.
Yeah, no.
There are many top executives at B of A, Chase, Wells, you know, you name it, on LinkedIn, and there's top executives at your smaller lenders.
Like LBPS.
Like LBPS and other banks. And what's interesting is that you might actually, I hope no lenders are watching, find like a home address or a cell phone number or a personal email address as well. And you know what, if you just can't get any help on a file and nobody's listening to you at the bank,
call them at home.
Call them at home, why not?
Call the cell phone number.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many people's cell phone numbers we have because, well, I probably shouldn't say that on the show, but we've discovered lots of people's cell phone numbers before.
The internet is a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Now, I'm not encouraging you to abuse it, but what I'm saying is, if you're not getting help on something, why not go to LinkedIn? Why not try Google? Why not, don't try it. Go to Google and do it. Why not, you know, use Jigsaw? Why not use Short Sale Superstars? There's so many resources out there to find contacts. And you know what? So what if the person you're calling is not in the short sale department? Call them and nicely say, oh, I'm sorry, I was given this number and I'm really looking to get a hold of your short sale department. Could you help me by looking in your company global directory and giving me a name of somebody that's in manager position in that department that could maybe help? I mean, how hard is that?
It's not hard. And I think what you're saying here is go out back on it, guys.
Yeah.
Quit doing what you're currently doing. Come up with a solution. It's going to have to look different than what you already did that didn't work for you. And there's tons of them. We just shared a few with you. LinkedIn, it was something that we're discovering. There's more and more information on there. I would bet that you may have already used it before or have heard of LinkedIn. And if you haven't, I'm encouraging you right now to go check it out.
I want to throw out one other quick story because our other negotiator and buddy that works for us, David Baird, reminded us of this yesterday. There is a major investor out there that if I use their name, most of you would be familiar with it. And our best contact, or most frequently used contact of that investor, was found by doing a Google search, but not just like, your basic Google search.
Yeah, no.
We found a presentation given by that large investor, and on that presentation, we're talking like
It was a PDF. First of all, it was a PDF that had to be pulled
PDF
down
document,
from
so you had to actually pull it down from a website and look through it page by page. But in that PDF was the contact information for a head short sale loss mitigation person at that main or knowledgeable or recognizable institution is the word I'm looking for.
Absolutely, one of the best contacts we've ever come across.
And it was done by,
and it wasn't on page 1 or page 2 search of Google. It was like
No.
page 20. Well, I'll tell you another one. Where did we get the actual email address and phone number of the CEO of Navy Federal Credit Union? Now, we found his name on a TV commercial.
Yeah, you and I were watching a show, and so we were actually working, and the
In
TV
San
was on in
Diego.
San Diego during March Madness, which is why the TV was on. And a Navy Federal Credit Union commercial came on for Mr. Cutler Dawson.
Cutler Dawson was on the TV.
And we went, wait, what was that name? And
So we just assumed his email address, but we were wrong.
Uh-huh.
Because it turned out he had a different. Cutler isn't what he,
his
that's
full
what he
name
goes
is not
by.
Cutler, yeah.
And so a little while later, David, doing some research not on page 1 of Google, on about page 20 of his search results, found a different directory, and it had a different first name there, and so we tried it out. And what do you know? We had his direct phone number, we had his email address, his fax number, we had his secretary's phone number, all that good stuff.
Yep. And hey, our good buddy and agent in California is where Saul Carter's at, right?
Yeah.
Northern California.
Yep.
Saul, on last Wednesday's video, I believe, there was only 3 comments maybe on that video, 3 or 4, and Saul Carter chimed in and gave another great Outback solution to finding contact information at banks. And I'm not going to share it on here because if you really want to know, you'll go back and watch that video and read that comment and thank Saul for his great idea.
Absolutely. Saul,
We've used that before, but I'm glad that Saul brought it up.
That was a
good
great one. So, Saul, no one else has ever mentioned that on the show, so thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate you contributing like that.
So next week, Kevin, we anticipate having a few guests on the show because this week we've been in Austin, Texas at Keller Williams Masterminds hanging out with some top short sale folks and people there, and I'm excited to bring them on the show next week.
Think we can get Gary on?
Maybe.
I'm going to ask him.
Okay, you ready to wrap this up?
Yeah.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Short sale power hour! Short sale power hour! Crush it!